Yo, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in this morning on another Morning Hype with your boy Mr.Stacks. Right now it's about 7:52 a.m. August 17th. It's Tuesday here in San Antonio. Y'all know how it is on these morning sessions. We like to get live, we like to get lit. We're trying to put some money in everybody's pockets. For all those new viewers out there, show the channel some love here if that's something you want to know about. You're trying to get paid. You at home just chilling, trying to make some money, taking it easy. This is what we're trying to do here, y'all. We don't like working hard, but we do like being profitable. And just show the channel some love. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell. Be notified every time I release one of these videos, because this week we're trying to put some money in your pocket. Some of these stocks we got up here today, we've been watching for over a week now. Some of them are some new trades that we picked up yesterday. But we're looking to make profits on all of these. I know we can't always win them all, but that's the goal here, is trying to get paid. But let's go ahead and jump right in it here, y'all. Right now we do got 4 stocks up here on the charts. And we do have some that we've been following over the last week or so, as well as we picked up some new ones yesterday. But right now we're hitting key levels on the upside and on the downside, where we ended up picking up some shares, but we're also looking to profit on some of these shares. So depending on which way the market plays today, it all depends on how long we're going to hold these. Right now we do see a lot of red in the market. We do see some green also, but futures are down. It's kind of a little choppy this morning, so it's kind of best to wait if you are looking to take a position as the market opens, just to see more or less what direction we're going in. We may come back down a little lower, testing those lower levels again before we start to push up. Hopefully we have a green day. There's no guarantee. Market can be tricky, but trade at your own risk. I'm just trying to point out what I see, kind of provide a little insight on my strategy and the techniques I use in order to try to be profitable in some of these trades here. We all take losses. Not all of us can win every single time, but as long as we do our homework and try to analyze the charts as well as the information that we're provided in some of these news articles and things like that, can kind of give you an indication on where we're going with some of these stocks. But let's go ahead and jump right into it here. We got 4 stocks up here on the charts that we follow usually for the day, and we like to just dig into these ones here. So off the back, we do have Verb Technology. This is one we picked up yesterday. As you can see on the daily, we're testing a low here. So I ended up drawing a little trend line as we're starting to bounce off of this 50-day moving average, which is this light blue line. As you can see, we had a high back on mid-July or so, hitting that $4 mark, give or take. A lot of resistance in this level. As we started to pull back, we thought we were going to bounce on that 21-day, but we ended up pushing all the way back down, testing this level here. As you can see, we're riding around that 190, in between 190 and $2, give or take there. Ended up jumping in a position around 187, catching it on the low. They had earnings yesterday that were put out, but they didn't end up hitting the estimates that they thought they were, as far as some of the analysts set for them. But they did still have some good news as far as their outlook as to what they're planning to do moving into 2022, as well as they did have an increase in revenue and also an increase in their cash flow on their balance sheet. So that's always a plus. More money to play with in the company as they start having these new ideas and bringing new products to the table. I really feel like it's just a matter of time before we start pushing back up here again. Now we are hitting these levels. As you can see, we're starting to show that bounce on that green candle starting to form, and if we can get another green candle today, we'll start moving up a little higher. We closed at 202. Market's down this morning. We're pushed a little lower, 193, but we've been holding around 190. We haven't come below that level, which is a good sign. So I'm still feeling confident in Verb Technology here. This one was kind of moving with one of our other favorites, which was Zella. We can touch base on that one also here. I'll be doing a video on that one just to kind of give y'all an update. But these technology stocks, a lot of them move together, so it's always best to just keep an eye on some of these if you're trying to get into multiple trades. But it's probably just moving with the sector. But right now, this is a good trade. I'm looking to get in, buying it on a low, and we're going to see what happens today as the market opens and see if we can push up, test some of these higher levels here. But stock number 2. Dyadic International, DYAI. This is one I called last week, early last week I believe it was, when we started to see a little rally. Let's see what day that was here. I think it was on the 11th or so. As you can see, though, we've been on the daily here, kind of trying to push up here over the last few days, and we finally broke out yesterday. As you can see, I was hoping we came back down, testing that 450. I was trying to double up on some shares, but I didn't get a chance to. But you never know. Today it may come down, test that level again. Right now we're kind of holding support around 227 or so is where I have this line drawn, this level right here. So we may continue to bounce off that, but if not, we'll push back down to 5, which you may be able to pick up some shares around this level here. We've been seeing a lot of support or resistance here before we broke through. So on the low end, $5, but we may also bounce off 527. So there's something to keep in mind as the market opens. I would wait for the 5-minute to form 2 green candles above the VWAP before you decide to really take a position. Just know that we're pushing back up. I'd hate for y'all to buy in at 527 and we continue to fall down $5, because then you got that 27-cent gap in between your position there, and that's a little upside you can be making there. So just try to wait it out just to see, first 5-10 minutes of the day, and just kind of wait to see where we're going here. As you can see on the daily, though, we've been looking healthy. I've drawn these trend lines over the long term, which we've been following here on the daily as well as on the weekly. This is the 4-hour, but this is also the weekly here. As you can see, we have $11 high back in June, and we're looking to hit those highs again. You know what I'm saying? I think this is June of this year. This may be last year, actually. So June of last year. Yep. 6/23/2020. So we see I drew this trend hitting highs to highs all the way down. This one we kind of pushed up a little higher, but I'd like to, have more of this conviction on these highs here, touching the trend to really follow it. So this one here, I kind of just cut through it. But as you can see, let me just dig in. As you can see, we've been hitting that resistance level multiple times. Bam. Broke out there, false breakout, came back down. Bam. Tested it again, finally broke out. Boom. And just so you can zoom in here on the 4-hour to get a better picture, see that same 1074. This was during the after hours, though, or pre-market. Reason why it's not showing on the daily, but this is why I had to draw a second trend line. Here's the weekly trend on the bottom here. You can see we're testing that level, testing that level, testing that level, testing that level, and then bam, I called it. Check those videos that I posted last week. DYAI, y'all. I was calling it as we started seeing these green candles form. We knew it was coming. As you look at the history, where do you ever see any other green candles ever forming like that in the past? You don't. So it's like that volume's coming in. We knew the attention was getting drawn into this stock, and we waited for it. We're picking up shares around 450. As you can see how many times we came and tested that level, and now we're starting to test these higher levels here. So I really feel like we're going to start pushing up as they're involved in COVID vaccines, diagnostics, and therapeutics and things like that, helping out with these viruses that are going on right now as we start hitting these critical months of the year. It's just a matter of time before they're able to do their thing here and people start, wanting to use their technology. I'm not really sure exactly how it works. I'm still digging in, learning about this company. I did have a small update I provided on one of their videos, which I'll attach below this one. But just so y'all can fill yourselves in on exactly what Dyadic International does. But check out their website also. Get some information on what they're doing as far as what they're bringing to the table there. But yeah, we're watching this one today, hoping to move up higher. We had that breakout yesterday, and as you can see, we've been pushing up day to day there. Closing 168% volume yesterday. We're not in the green yet. Reason why we didn't see that momentum boost, but hopefully we can gain that attention today and draw them in there. So let's cross our fingers and see if today's the day for this one. Stock number 3, though, y'all. ANY. Sphere 3D. Now, you know why they named the ticker symbol NE? Because this company here is a business company where you're able to use certain applications. You know how you have applications on your phone, say you want to log into your bank or something, even like Robinhood. You're trading on Robinhood, you want certain features that you have. Say you wanted to use one of your other devices, your tablet, your desktop, whatever it is, right? You happen to pull up the app, download it, you pull up that device. But why does it look different? Why doesn't it have the same options I had on my phone as it does on the desktop? Well, this company here is going to make it to where those apps are going to be used universal. Any type of product you use it on, it's going to be the exact same platform. You don't have to be confused as far as which one you have to download. Oh, it's only a certain version, this and that. They're making it compatible to where You want to use Robinhood on your phone, you want to use it on your desktop, you want to use it on your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, whatever it wants to be. Whatever you decide to choose, that's just, they're going to make it to where that app's going to be the same thing, identical, no changes. I don't know how they're doing it. It's still something I'm learning about, but from what I found out, a lot of these businesses are going to start using these platforms or this technology here as far as, in the business concept. It's like for me at work, if I'm using an Excel file and I download it, right, and I got to share it with one of my colleagues, what if they're using a Mac? I use a Dell. I share it with them. They're trying to download it. The format comes back different because of the way they download it on their computer. It's not the same, whether you have to convert it or whatever the case may be. But it just causes a lot more work, a little more delays and things like that. And I think it's a lot more efficient when it comes to introducing these into the business environment. And I really feel like it's going to be helpful as trying to, lessen the workload as far as being more timely, as providing those documents to your co-workers and things like that without having them to question why it looks different. But I just know I've had those issues at work before I start ranting on about these things, and that's kind of why it's interesting to me as to what this company's doing, so hopefully they're successful. But as we can see on the stock charts here, let's just kind of talk about the charts. I know I'd be talking too much at times, get a little excited, but on the dailies, you can see we closed around 470 yesterday. We have come down, testing those lower levels, 438 or so. I'm looking to pick up some more shares on this one as the market opens. I'm going to see if it dips back down some. I kind of been watching on the 30-minute here, so we're testing that 50-day moving average. 21 starting to squeeze. As the market opens, though, I'm hoping maybe we might come down to 427. I'm not real sure. It could just bounce right here. But that's what I'm going to be looking to pick up some more of these shares here if it comes down to this level. So right now we're looking to squeeze up. We have that high, of 658 a few days back. Starting to see the volume build little by little. Maybe an article might post. You never know. Something to kick up this volume a little more. Start drawing in some more buyers, and we can probably start pushing up to these higher levels here. So I'd like to see what happens with this stock. Been watching it over the last few days, and as you can see on the 4-hour, we're starting to squeeze. We're hitting this certain resistance level here. As those sellers are going to start trying to squeeze us, and bam, we're going to break out. So just trying to point it out now as I call it. Don't say I didn't tell y'all so, but let's see how it plays out here. We're looking for that pop, and hopefully, I don't know if it's today, but I know it's coming soon. So let's just keep this on the watch list. Pay attention. ANY Sphere 3D Corp, y'all. Let's keep it up. Alright, and for the last stock of the day, stock number 4, we have SCworx, ticker symbol WORX, WORX. This is one I've talked about also about a week or so ago. We traded this one previously, made some good profits as we hit this $5 mark. We've come back down since then. I believe it was like a week ago or so. And we're starting to test these lower levels again. As you can see here on WORX, I bought into around like 280, 270, something like that. But I bought in, and we're looking to ride it back up. We do see some resistance levels, down here around $3 or so, where we're trying to break through over the last few days, seeing that resistance. But we're also trending up at the same time as we start to squeeze into this wedge here. If we do see that breakout, we're looking at another resistance level, possibly around $4 or so, where you may consider taking some profits. Depending on what's driving the volume, if there's an article out, we may be able to push higher. Not real sure. I know the short interest on this one, it's decreased since last time we traded this stock. It was at like 20-something% at that time. Actually, it was like at 50-something% at that time. Right now, I think it's only like at 9%, maybe even lower. But you never know. They can start drawing in some more attention, sellers, buyers, whatever you want to call them. But going off the chart analysis here, as I'm looking at it, I feel confident in this stock. I've took a position also, pretty hefty one, looking to ride it back up to these higher levels again. But check out the videos I've posted before on these stocks here, kind of give you all a little more idea as to how we've been trading these on the strategy. But these are the 4 stocks I'm trying to call out this morning before the market opens. Right now we're in pre-market, it's 8:07, and let's go ahead and wrap it up for today. Let's get this video out before we actually open up 8:30. But we'll touch base again later this afternoon on the closing bell session. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all tuning in this morning. enjoy some breakfast, enjoy your coffee, whatever it is, and we'll chop it up then. Appreciate it. Later.